Good afternoon, Tigers. Mrs. Shepherd here with a little tidbit about tardies. Things are changing around WCHS and WACC. Tardies have long been an issue, and you know that they've been an issue, especially those of you who have been in lunch detention. So I'm going to review our tardy policies and consequences so that everybody knows what they're in for if they choose to be tardy. First of all, if you are tardy to school and you miss more than 20 minutes of any class period, you will be considered truant, and that, my friends, will be a Wednesday school. Now, if you are just tardy to class by a few minutes, maybe you're right at the door, almost in your seat, the door's shut, you can't quite get there, well, you're tardy. So what that results in is the first 3 times, and that's a lot of opportunities to get it right. The first 3 times you get a lunch detention. On that 4th tardy, you're going to get a Wednesday school. On that 5th one, you're going to get an administrative referral, and there will be several phone calls probably home about your lack of ability to get to class on time. And then we'll come up with a plan that will help you fix your problem. Now, let's say, so here are the lunch detention consequences. Or the tardy consequences. You have lunch detention, lunch detention, lunch detention, Wednesday school, and then you get an administrative referral. This is the best case scenario for anyone who wants to be tardy. Now let's say that we miss our lunch detention because, I don't know, we just can't remember, we don't write it down, we're not mature enough to do it, but we always like being tardy. But let's say we miss our lunch detention. If you missed your lunch detention, you're going to get a Wednesday school right off the bat. If you miss it a second time, you're going to get a Wednesday school. If you miss it a 3rd time, and here's where you all need to pay attention, you will be getting suspended from school. Now, that means we're pretty tired of people who are tardy and miss their lunch detentions. So you'll be suspended. And then after that, you'll receive administrative referrals. So if you missed your lunch detention, you're going to get a Wednesday school, another Wednesday school on the 2nd one that you miss, and on the 3rd one, you're going to get out-of-school suspension. So the moral of that story is don't miss lunch detention. Now, there's another thing that we're doing. For those of you who are chronic Wednesday school participants, while Mr. Turner loves seeing your face every Wednesday, we are trying to curb our numbers in Wednesday school. So what we're doing, for any reason that you may get a Wednesday school, and that could be for truancy, for PDA, for profanity, for missing a lunch detention. You, my friends, will at the 3rd Wednesday school, you get 1, you get 2. On the 3rd one, you will be suspended. So it doesn't matter what you get in trouble for. On that 3rd Wednesday school, you're going to be suspended. The moral of the story is don't let it get to that point. Okay? Now, we're going to go on to what is out-of-school suspension and what does that mean for you? Well, when you get out-of-school suspension, that goes in your file. And when you get your 2nd one, and here's where everybody really needs to pay attention. If you get a 2nd suspension in any school year, the state of Indiana requires us to suspend your driver's license. That's right, you get your driver's license suspended and you cannot get it back until you're 18 or unless your administrator chooses to let you have it reinstituted. So that's a huge consequence. The other thing that we can do is we can take your work permit. If you're not getting to school on time or you're not coming to school or you're getting in trouble all the time, well, why would you get to work? And we'll let your employer know that we're having issues with you. So just so you understand, if you get suspended for the first time, it will be logged into your account and it may be 1 to 3 days for any reason. On the 2nd one, your driver's license will be suspended. Now, for you freshmen who are thinking, well, that doesn't affect me. I don't even have my driver's license. I've got news for you little 14 and 15-year-olds. You're not going to get a license or a driver's permit until you're 18 once you have a 2nd suspension. And it doesn't go away at the end of the school year. It stays all the way until your 18th birthday. So you need to really pay attention to that. And you have a potential loss of your work permit. Now, if we get to a 3rd suspension, we're definitely looking at a parent meeting and some other consequences because, in our opinion, you are continuing to fail to comply. And so we have a lot of students who think it's not a big deal to get a lunch detention or not a big deal to get a Wednesday school or not a big deal to get suspended. Well, We're kind of tired of all of it, and those of you who are repeat offenders, we will be on you this semester. Now, those of you who do the right things, oh my gosh, we never praise you enough. We're doing the Tiger way. We so appreciate that you're to class on time, that you do all the right things, that you have a great attitude, so keep all of that up. Put a little pressure on your peers to get with the program. That's my little tardy Wednesday school and out-of-school suspension tidbit for the day. Now back to your Tiger News with WACC.
Hey Tigers, I'm Alex and I have your WACC TV news today. Today's lunch will be Bosco breadsticks with marinara sauce, Caesar salad, grapes with yogurt dip, or mini cheeseburgers. The Kosciuszko County Community Foundation will be sponsoring a presentation at 7 p.m. January 11th in the WCHS Performing Arts Center. Information regarding the Best Buy Scholarship is available in the guidance office. Applications are due February 15th. The North Central Co-op Scholarship application is also available. Deadline for these applications are March 1st. The Adele Jordan Phillips Memorial Scholarship information is available in the guidance office. Deadline for these are April 1st. The Burger King and Local National Scholarship online application deadline is Tuesday, January 10th. Information is also available in the guidance office. This is a reminder that any student attending the State Thespian Conference needs to pay their money by Friday and pick up their forms in McAfee's room. These forms must be completed or you will not be able to attend the conference. Ski Club money is due today to Mrs. Hayden or Mr. Bear. The next Math Club meeting is Monday, January 9th from 3 to 4 in room B211. Robotics will be practicing on Monday the 9th after school until 4:30 in Y177 and then on Wednesday the 11th until 8. Robotics team will be selling donuts next Thursday in the Career Center, $1 for one or two for $1.75. There will be a Math League contest next Tuesday from 3 to 3:30 in all the math classrooms. SAD members, remember you have a meeting next Thursday after school. FCCLA members who have signed up for the 8th grade orientation need to stop by Mrs. Ison's room before Tuesday. And now for your Tiger sports. There will be a meeting right after school today in Coach Shepard's room for all the guys playing football next fall who are not in a winter sport. Weight room will be opening following the meeting. If you have any questions, please see Coach Jensen. Attention anybody interested in trying out for the men's golf team that is not in a winter sport. There is an informational meeting tonight right after school in room R249. It should only take 15 to 20 minutes. The call-out meeting for the girls' track and field will be Monday, January 9th at 2:58 sharp in B111. Boys freshman basketball beat Northridge last night 37-29, making their record 5-5 and 2-1 in the NLC. Outstanding players from last night were Nick Sands, who scored 12 points, and Tim Swanson with 8 points for the win. Freshman Lady Tiger basketball ran their record to 7-0 by scratching out a 20-16 victory over the Northridge Raiders here at WCHS. Leading the Lady Tigers in scoring was Megan and Jody, who each scored 8 points. Upcoming sports for tonight, boys JV and varsity basketball at Northridge. Saturday, there's a boys JV wrestling invitational at Northfield at 9 a.m., boys varsity wrestling at East Noble Invitational at 9 a.m., girls and boys varsity and JV swimming and diving at Concord at 9:15 a.m., girls JV and varsity basketball at Northridge, or girls JV and varsity basketball home against Northridge at 6:15 p.m. That's it for your sports. Now to birthdays and this day in history.
Tigers, it's Steven.
And Mallory.
And we have your birthdays for today. Rowan Atkinson, who turns 57, comedic actor, best known as Mr. Bean.
Founder of Pink Floyd, Syd Barrett, would be 66 today if he hadn't died of cancer in 2006.
Up next, Tom Mix, who would be 131, early Western cowboy movie actor. Yeah.
Joan of Arc, who would be 600 today, she was a Catholic saint who disguised herself as a man to fight for France.
Danny Thomas, who would be 100, actor and founder of St. Jude Children's Research Hospital.
Tiger birthdays!
And a happy birthday to Cody Freeman, who's 15 today. Wish him a happy birthday. And that's all I have for you now, Tigers.
Now for this day in history. In 1912, New Mexico becomes the 47th state. Also in 1952, Peanuts made its debut in the paper. In 1958, Gibson patented the Flying V guitar. And in 2009, iTunes reaches 6 billion songs sold. Have a good day.